We will discuss an important concept in applied behavior analysis, ABA, how individuals access reinforcers. As registered behavior technicians, RBTs, understanding the way a child gains access to reinforcers is essential for creating structured interventions that support positive behavior. There are two primary ways reinforcers are accessed: direct access and socially mediated access. Direct access to reinforcers. Direct access occurs when an individual gains reinforcement independently, without needing assistance from another person. Some common examples include a child taking a toy from a peer because it is immediately available. A child running toward a swing and playing on it, accessing the activity without help. A child spinning in circles, engaging in a sensory experience purely for self-stimulation. While direct access provides immediate satisfaction, it can be challenging to regulate without proper supervision. For example, a child who struggles with overeating might gain direct access to the refrigerator, reinforcing a behavior that may need structured intervention. Socially mediated access. Socially mediated access occurs when an individual gains reinforcement through interaction with others, whether it's through communication, assistance, or social engagement. This can include a child receiving a squishy toy from a teacher to encourage participation in group activities. A child asking for help to access a preferred item or activity. However, socially mediated reinforcement can sometimes lead to behavioral dependencies. For example, if a child begins to cry, call out, or show motor movements whenever they are not given a squishy toy, the behavior becomes reinforced, making it difficult for them to participate without that object. We will continue our discussion on how reinforcers are accessed, focusing on social access to activities and sensory experiences. As registered behavior technicians, RBTs, understanding these patterns helps in creating effective behavioral interventions that support positive development. Giving access to activities. One common way reinforcement occurs is through social access to activities. This happens when a child's behavior leads to a caregiver or another person providing access to an enjoyable experience. For example, imagine a child who frequently takes toys from her siblings when she becomes overreactive. In response, her mother turns on the TV to help calm her daughter's behavior. However, over time, this strategy reinforces the child's behavior, causing her emotional responses to escalate more frequently. Instead of addressing the underlying cause, the reinforcement has made it harder for the child to regulate emotions independently. The challenge with socially mediated reinforcement of activities is ensuring that access to enjoyable experiences does not inadvertently strengthen maladaptive behaviors. As RBTs, recognizing these patterns allows us to implement structured strategies to encourage appropriate requests and self-regulation. Giving access to sensory experiences. Sensory experiences provide a unique form of reinforcement, often mediated by another person. Many children seek out deep pressure, such as tight hugs, wearing snug clothing, or receiving head rubs, as a way to regulate emotions. For example, a child who engages in self-injurious behavior, SIB, may struggle to communicate what they need. Their parents eventually discover that applying deep pressure or squeezes helps calm them down. However, over time, the child begins to expect this sensory input every time they feel overwhelmed, reinforcing the behavior in a way that may become exhausting for caregivers. The parents unintentionally teach the child to rely on head massages as their primary calming mechanism, rather than developing alternative coping strategies. The importance of balanced reinforcement. While reinforcement is a key part of behavior support, it's crucial to ensure that it fosters independent self-regulation rather than dependency on external intervention. By recognizing how social access to activities and sensory experiences shape behavior, RBTs can work toward effective reinforcement strategies that build long-term coping skills while supporting individual needs. Thank you, and let's continue fostering positive, functional behavior strategies that empower individuals to thrive.